Hello, everybody, every guy, gal, and everything in between, to the next episode of my series, Live, Laugh, and Love. And today, we got a bit of a setup. Don't mind that. A little setup in my room today. Got my desk here, right below me. Got my lamp for lighting because it was kind of dim in here, I'll be honest. Music in the background because I'm feeling a little professional today. And yeah, some headphones too. I mean, they don't work because I don't have a earphone jack. I only have the iPhone one, so that kind of sucks. But anyway, let's get into today's topic of social media. The big social media conversation. Now I know some people are just gonna be like, oh, here we go again. Another guy who talks about self-improvement, going on a tangent about how social media is the poison of our world and how it's trapping us like the Matrix. And before you leave the video in defiance, I just want to say I was someone who was in deep inside that proposed Matrix. And now that I've grown a little bit, I've grown a lot actually, and I've been able to see kind of outside the normal going ons of the world, and from many people, many of my friends and family, I'm able to see a bigger picture. Now, I'm not gonna come outright and say that I know everything, and that there's definitely like tests and studies that show certain benefits to aspects of using technology, using social media and stuff like that. So I don't have all the answers, of course, and I want to proclaim that before I go on a 10-minute long tangent on why social media is the bane of our existence. So to get started, I just want to say this is acknowledging the bigger platforms, Instagram, Snapchat, and then Facebook and Twitter, I guess, as well. Mostly Instagram and Snapchat because that's what's affecting my generation. Twitter and Facebook are kind of a little more to the iffy side. Facebook I don't really use, and I don't know any of my friends who use it, so I'm not really going to be acknowledging it. And Twitter, who I don't think a lot of my friends use, they might have it, but no one's really actively going on Twitter to, I don't know, waste their life away or something like that. Like, what do you get from going on Twitter? Sure, maybe get the news, but that news is being fed to you through some of a notable amount of sources before it actually gets to you. So, can you really 100% trust it? I mean, I'd rather you get down to your own business and you find it on your own through the internet because you have the ability to. So, I recommend that instead. It'll take a little more work, but you get better results instead of just getting whatever's fed to you. But off that topic of Twitter and Facebook, because that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to acknowledge Instagram, and Snapchat. Now, as someone who's growing up in the this generation of, I think it's like Gen Z. No, is it? I don't know. I'm not very versed in this. It's not really my forte. But the generation I'm growing up in today has definitely been absorbed into Instagram and Snapchat, whether it be for communication, talking to our friends, or just having some material sense of value based on posts that people make. Now, I'm not going to come out here and say that, oh, if you make Instagram posts daily, that you're just projecting or that you have a false sense of image for yourself. No, I'm not going to say that because there are people who genuinely post on Instagram things that people should know and need to know, you know. And there's some content that people just post for from their lives because they feel nice, they feel good about doing it, they feel confident about living a awesome life, and they want to share that with other people. So I advise that message. I'm not going to say, oh, stop posting your life right now because it doesn't add anything to the world, because of course it does. I mean, you learn something from someone else's life and you take that knowledge, you go somewhere with it, you know. But I think the problems lie in the way we receive the media that we give out, whether it be from like big corporations or it be from our own friends and family. Because if we as people could take that information and stories and all that junk that we perceive from our stories, the ones that we people from people we know and from people we don't know, and we were able to take that information and find ways to grow from it, then let's just say I wouldn't be making this video. I'll be honest. If we lived in a society where people could view content, extract the meaning and value out of it, and become better from that, I'm talking all kinds of content. It doesn't have to be direct improvement for your life, like cooking or personal exercises, like maybe jujitsu or like, martial arts, or even, I don't know, heck, bringing walking, the benefits of doing things like that. Like, obviously that stuff has immediate recognizable value because it's intrinsically healthy or it engages our physical self, to improve. But more than that, you can extract important, valuable information from the clips of someone, I don't know, wrestling a pig. Yes, you could extract value from that, whether it be the value of, don't do dumb, stupid stuff, because you see what happens. You start wrestling a pig, you look dumb on social media, and you look dumb to yourself, I'll be honest. But I'm just going off here and just saying that if we were able to take stuff that we saw and learn from it and become better from it in the wackiest of ways, even, I mean, it doesn't have to be straightforward, it can be very, curvilinear, then I wouldn't be making this video, because then there'd be value we'd be getting from everything. But that's the problem. There is 99, 99, 95, 90% of things we see and view and intake on the social media, whether it be Instagram or Snapchat, even YouTube as well, are things that we don't really gain value out of. Like, you think about it like this: when you're watching your friend's Instagram story, what are you getting out of that? I mean, just out of that, you're not really getting a lot. Like, of course, you're kind of checking in on them, you see how their life's doing. Maybe it makes you feel positive because you're checking on their life, which is kind of fair. But at the same time, you see them every day if you go to school with them, and if you don't, then if you're close enough friends, I think you hang out in real life anyway. That's kind of the preference, is that if you still friends with them and you don't go to the same school, you hang out other places, and you still interact with them physically, which is better than just watching their stories every single day, But at the same time, I do understand. I'm going to acknowledge that the other side of that is that those people that are posting those stories, who are your friends, expect you to keep up with their lives. Not everyone does, but there are definitely some people out there who do. And those people might get on you for not keeping up with their stories. And at that point, if they care more about that than you actually coming to see them or interacting with them physically, then, I mean, are they friends you want to keep around for your whole life? I doubt it. Friends you want to keep around for your whole life will be happy to see you, will be wanting engaging with you physically and mentally, whether it be in conversation through phone or conversation through real life. I'm not a stickler when it comes to conversations you're having with your friends. It can be text conversations, or it can be call conversations, or it can be video conversations where you send videos back and forth. I don't know, all kinds of wacky stuff. But I'm a fan of interacting with your friends through ways that make you better or just improve your guys' bond. And if that requires you to keep up on their story and they get mad at you for not, then I wouldn't really keep them as a long-term friend. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to tell you to just disown them, but consider that. Think about the liability. But that's kind of the basis of where I'm coming from when it comes to acknowledging social media in terms of Instagram and Snapchat. Snapchat goes for the same things as well. Same effect of looking at your stories and posts. It all goes for that. There's about 5 to 10% of content on those sites social media platforms, you'll actually want to use that improves your life in effective ways, because it's all about what you watch and what you take. So you intake stuff that maybe not direct value to you. No one's obviously going out of their way to look up fresh smoothie fruit recipes to improve your cholesterol or something like that. I don't know, in that general vein of stuff you should watch, but you don't because it's not, that direct dopamine enjoyment you're getting. So yeah, there's always that in the back of our head, you should do this, but we're actually doing this because it's easier, or we just don't want to go and do it. So that's where most of the junk and the 90% of that media is coming from. Now the 10% are the things that YouTube or Snapchat or Instagram are sliding toward us that we may not enjoy as much, but we know we want to see it just to make ourselves feel good. Like, you'll get most of that content that you enjoy seeing instant dopamine hits, whether it be like actual makeup tutorial videos or something like that. I don't know why I said that, but just general things that provide direct enjoyment and dopamine, rather than those things that are kind of hard to sit through because you don't really want to do them, and if you look at them, you're going to make yourself do it, or you're going to feel worse about yourself, and you don't want to do that. I've definitely been there before, and it's tough. But once you watch more and more of those videos, and you intake that media, and you like grow and understand from it, it doesn't become like a chore to sit through and like click on anymore. It becomes a kind of an enjoyment and exciting part of your day. Excuse me. But that's not to say that the rest of the content, the 90% that I said was garbage and junk and trash, should be just like thrown away, because obviously that's part of your interest, of course. Whether it be you love looking into comics and how they're made, or comics and like people reading them out, because it's buying comics is at this point ridiculous. Some of the older ones are crap ton of money, and not everyone has that budget, I'll say that. So you like doing that, or whether it be parkour videos and you just like some people engage in that, but maybe you don't engage in it yourself. And there's definitely videos you can watch to start doing it yourself, but you just like, I don't know if I can do that, or you don't feel confident to do it, or you just don't want to do it. But I strongly advise gradually going towards that refiner, more that content that you can take from your interest and improve on. If it's makeup tutorials you're into, makeup, stuff like that you're into, instead of just watching it and then taking it and kind of just information going in your head, going out the next couple hours, right? Because you're doing stuff, or you're just on YouTube for like a long time, or Instagram for a long time. Instead of taking those short form dopamine hits that you take from Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, instead I said it again. Gradually move that kind of content towards things you can learn to do yourself or improve on. Instead of just watching those videos, makeup videos, instead start watching videos on how to start a makeup channel, or start creating your own makeup and distributing it yourself. You can start making some money from that. It's gonna take some effort, it can take some work, take some money. Maybe not money, but probably some money, either from yourself, either you get income from your family, like what's it called? Allowance. No, I don't get that personally, or you have a job and you can provide that for yourself. Start making a business where you sell makeup and stuff to your friends, or just to friends and family, because I'm just gonna say right now, it's a lot better than just sitting there and watching makeup videos all day. And I'm not saying you can't watch those videos anymore, because obviously if you're intaking that improving content to help get towards that purpose of yours, you're still going to want to take into consideration that previous content you were watching. So I'm not going to say throw it out. You can still enjoy that. Just enjoy it on a smaller, tighter, refined scale, And that goes for a broad range of interests. If you're someone who enjoys watching playthroughs of games, I do enjoy watching playthroughs myself. Most of the time, at least in this past couple of weeks, I've been watching more not short form. I do love watching longer form playthroughs of games, whether it be like parts of the game, or just watching the whole entire game itself, if it's long or short enough, But instead of, just watching that for the enjoyment and kind of letting that go in your head, going in your head and going out for that dopamine hit, instead try making your own YouTube channel where you play games, or maybe make your own games, but you can't do that yet. Not everyone has the proper setup to start immediately going to a gaming channel. Maybe you don't have a powerful enough PC, or maybe you don't have, the budget to afford a catalog of games. Of course, if you're watching games, you probably have some already, so you can work with that, to be honest. But yeah, maybe you don't know how to get them onto the YouTube platform, or start spreading them out. I would say start small. That's how I started. I do streams on Twitch whenever I get some free time, and I just stream from my phone because Twitch has the ability to stream from your phone, and you can interact with the chat. You can there's a bunch of services and stream platforms that you can help build up your effectiveness and improve your overall performance of your own Twitch channel or YouTube channel. If you decide to post those short form video game content videos, or you can just start making videos like this, where you just talk to the camera and talk about things you will enjoy or things you want to help people improve on, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, take that enjoyment you have of that content creation, playing video games, through playthroughs or video game analysis is something I love as well. Take that and start trying out yourself. I know I've been watching video game character analysis videos for a while now. I also watch movie analysis, cartoon analysis, all kinds of analysis. I love the breakdown of movies and shows, games, and everything in between that, and extracting all kinds of value and knowledge from that. Because it's something I love doing. I love consuming it and watching it. So I love being able to concentrate what I learned and push it back out to the world through YouTube or any other means. So yeah, transform that interest to something you can make and potentially make money from. That's all I'm saying, But yeah, that's pretty strongly. That's most of my emotions on that topic and subject. So yeah, I would say when it comes to both those social media platforms, the big takeaway would be take the 90% of things that go through your head and then come right out. Let's be honest, we all know, y'all have that feeling, whenever you're scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, there's stuff that you enjoy watching, and it kind of you laugh, you enjoy, you grin, you get a hearty chuckle. That shit feels good, I'll be honest. And then 30 minutes later, you can't recall exactly what happened, or you're even a day later, you're just gone, not even a trace of memory in your head. Didn't gain a lot from that, right? So just take that 90%, transform it to the 10% that makes you want to improve and grow, and then take that into yourself. Start improving, taking that what you watch and making it, kind of owning it for yourself, and you can start creating or making or reproducing content and things like that. And now you have, from what you've seen and watched and kind of just taken in, spit out, to a potentially profitable. Not all of it's going to be profitable, but all of it's going to be intrinsically profitable for yourself. You're going to feel much better about it once you're doing it. Sure, you may have some more effort to do and put in, but you're going to feel a hell of a lot better than you would sitting on your bed or couch for 6 hours. Some people 6 hours, even 2 to 3 hours straight, just kind of through there, laughing, not laughing, kind of just empty almost. Maybe you feel more whole when you're doing it, but you look back and you think you're like, damn, that was pretty empty then, Shit, yeah, it's just a feeling, man. Sitting there, absorbed in that dimension, kept taken away from reality. I'll be frank, that shit has helped me escape from the dreads and the stresses of fucking real life plenty of times, I will say that. And I'm not gonna clown on anyone who does that as well, because shit, reality is a bitch. It's a fuck ton to work with, and even more to maintain. So I'm not gonna clown anyone who does that and such, because I was definitely one who went through it too, and I can feel that it's not fun, kind of taking in your reality and having to confront it all the time, every single waking moment of your life. But at some point, there's a click that has to be kind of activated in your head, where you got to start moving forward and facing that reality yourself, instead of kind of zapping away from it, whether it be for an hour or longer, And you can escape it through games, watching videos, even going outside and just leaving your natural environment. to go do something else, or like reading outside for an extended period of time, just takes you away from all the immediate chokeholds of society, you know? Whether it be school, work, family, all that. So, yeah. It's gonna be tough, but there's progress to be made, and no one's gonna make it but yourself. And that's a good way to cut it off. I will see you all next time for the Avatar video, I believe. Hopefully that should come out tomorrow. If not, then I broke my leg. There you go.